Welcome back. With all the information of the bandits now safely stored in their memory, all bar a few items the group needed in their possession, they gather themselves, rent a cart, and begin to make their way to the bandit camp. Taking a small break at a vantage point, looking down on the bandits, they decide to plan. Plan A is to try and trade prestidigitated wine to them for Aaron's daughter. Plan B is to set fire to the wine and then murder the bandits. After Plan A falls through, the group ignite the barrels and do their best to take out the bandits. However, with Ovani on death's door, Gooey and Captain Flint aren't looking so great, and the fight begins to take a turn, until Little Bird and Kyrie help clean up the remaining bandits and their captain.
My name is Ashley, and I play Little Bird.
Hi, my name is Bree, and I will be playing Kyrie.
Hi, I'm Nyax, and I'll be playing Ovani.
Hi, I'm March, and I play Flint Bright.
Hi, my name is John, and I'll be playing Gooey.
So, all of you now battered, bruised, cut up, torn to pieces, standing there, well, most of you, sorry, standing there in this just massacre of these bandits, especially Little Bird and Kyrie, who have just witnessed what they fucking witnessed to the bandit leader. You begin to hear a faint sobbing.
Little Bird just shrugs, like, it's fine.
Is that not just Kyrie?
Watch your man's balls explode.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to go over to Alani and hand one of my healing root salves.
Yeah.
Level 5.
Well, I was going to say, now that there's no immediate danger, you guys can take a long rest if you want.
I'll sleep for 8 hours.
Yeah, we hear
Sorry.
crying. Let's sleep.
A short
So
rest.
before we
Keep
do
going.
that, maybe check out these bodies in tents.
And maybe the person who's crying.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm chill.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
so your loot for this fight is as follows. You can divide this up however you want. 4 simple crossbows, 48 crossbow bolts, 6 iron scimitars, 2 iron daggers. You find a chest, probably about the length of a forearm. In it is 158 gold, 37 silver, and 295 copper. 15 bottles, like corked, still undrank of ale. The bandit captain had a rather nice silver necklace on. A nice set of leather armor as well. And, John, you said you wanted to check out the tents, right?
Mm-hmm.
Roll an investigation for me.
That's the natural one.
Never mind, you don't find it.
Can I help?
Yeah, if you're helping, John gets advantage, so roll again. Usually you'd have to declare beforehand, but...
Alright,
A 21.
You find a quite small, probably like jewelry box sized wooden iron chest with a padlock on it.
Is the
for-
padlock quite old looking?
No, it's quite a recent looking padlock. It doesn't look super sturdy, but it's there. If you search the bodies more, you'd probably find the key to it.
What AC does leather armor have, actually?
North.
Can you wear it?
Yeah, that's true. Can you wear it?
I'm gonna share
Oh yeah,
out
that encumbrances you.
If you're not proficient in it, it makes it worse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think I'm proficient with anything armor related. Nope.
Yeah, 'cause you're a wizard.
Welcome to being a spellcaster, dude.
Not actually
So-
a wizard, but okay.
Yeah, you're a spellcaster.
Yeah.
Everyone
Only
gets
time.
31 gold, and there's 3 gold left over, if anyone wants that.
I
Maybe-
wouldn't mind, to be honest.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe Gooey would like that for his dastardly plan with me.
That would
Yeah.
also make a very nice even 40 GP for me.
Sure. Yeah. There you go, there's 3 extra. Everyone gets 7 silver, and there's 2 left over. and everyone gets 59 copper.
Meanwhile, all of you see like this husk of a person coming back out of the forest.
Gold!
Okay, well, I'll take it. Was it 3 silver, sorry?
Sorry, what?
How much extra silver was it?
2.
I'll just hold on to that. Gooey's gonna come out with like the box above their head and just say, "Find key, please."
So what's Kyrie doing?
Recovering from trauma.
Perfect. Avani slumbers towards you with his hands out, and he's just heal me.
Carrie would probably just see like a bloody disfigured Uvani and just be like,
Corpse!
and then just put out a hand and cast Cure Wounds. Heal 7.
Ah, thank you.
I don't think you'll be like that anymore. I think you'll be a bit fine.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, my dear. Oh, and just lie on the ground, recover for a moment.
I would like to give Ovani one of my healing resolves as well, just so they can, have it.
Oh, thank you, little bird.
Just put it on your chest while you're on the floor, just pat you on the head, and walk away.
Who is near the bandit captain?
Me.
I'm probably near it.
I need you both to
since-
roll initiative. No.
He comes back up avenging his balls.
My balls!
I'd love to see him try.
Can you make an investigation check?
Okay. Is it advantage because we're both, or?
No, both individual. Make an advantage. Make a check.
17.
Oh, that's sad too. Don't worry about the modifiers.
Okay, Bruges, you find a rather ornate-looking key.
Guri, I have not found the key. I have not found the key. Waving a key above my head.
Waddle over and just kind of like hold out a hand to take the key.
Kyrie's gonna look very upset, like puppy dog eyes, and just sort of like plop it in Gooey's hand.
Okay, I'm just gonna put the box down, open it, and flick it open and see what we have.
Inside of this box, there's like a cushion on the bottom, and in the center, you see like a bundle of like purple velvet cloth. Looks like there might be more to it.
Can I inspect the cloth? Like pull it out and see if it
Yeah.
has any
Inside-
inscriptions or anything?
Inside the cloth is a hollow glass ball about the size of a tennis ball that's like teeming with red magical energy. And there's a note that says, "Please, dear God, do not drop."
Does Gooey know what this is? Or has an inkling of knowing what this is?
Do you have detect magic?
I do not. I was just wondering if there was any if they've read anything about anything like this.
It's
Is it
similar
any-
to your kind of magic.
I have detect magic.
Oh!
I mean, I'll tell you what it is. Oh, if only I had a certain thing worth 100 gold, I could tell you exactly what it is.
I would like to cast detect magic.
Okay, give me a moment.
I imagine, in story, Alberta sees Gooey holding up a glowing ball and it's like, fuck! What the fuck is that?
It is the School of Magic is evocation.
Oh, okay. Do not drop this. I mean, just a little bit say that.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
You can tell that stored within this little glass ball is an explosion spell of quite high strength. A 60-foot explosion that does 6d10 damage. Unless a dex save of 15 is passed. If you pass, you take half the damage.
We have got a nuke. Yes.
DC 15?
Yeah, if you drop it and it explodes and you're in that 60-foot cone, You have to make it or suffer 6 d10s.
Yeah.
I don't think the. How should I say this? I think someone responsible should have this, probably.
I don't think any of us would.
What's the
Give it to
tip?
Captain.
Could store it in my body for safety.
No!
No.
We
Certain things
sinks
on
to the
top.
floor and just explodes.
We know what you did to those cherries and stuff when you first met each other. Imagine putting an explosive glass ball in your hand.
Oh no, it would just be in my head.
You put it in your hand, just like, I like your cut, G. Slap someone with it.
What Gooey is thinking right now.
Would Gooey, that's the thing. Would Gooey have a, after sort of, if Lilbert explains what it does,
I mean,
would Gooey
I'd
have
sure
an
try.
idea of how much this thing could sell for?
Probably not, no.
It's a nuclear bomb, dude, sell it!
Can I steal those 2 iron daggers?
I don't think it's stealing if people are dead.
Yeah, it's up to
Well,
you how you divide the loot.
Taking it from everyone else.
I don't want anything from that loot other than the money, so.
I'm gonna take a scimitar and the daggers then. There's 6 fucking scimitars.
As you guys are dividing up the loot, Zatesh comes riding down on the carriage. On the front of the horse is a bandit dead, slumped over the top of it.
Yay!
There's another 6 silver on them.
I thought you were gonna say
I'm just gonna
there's another
pocket
6
it.
bandits.
Zatesh killed someone!
Well done.
She looks at you all and she's like, I did it. I protected the cart. You can see like the front of like one side of her face is like covered in blood splatters and she looks very visibly shaken, like she's still grasping the dagger.
Since Basket is on her person, I'll just kind of get Basket to sort of like nuzzle their head against her neck. Just
She's
to chill
still
her out.
very tense. She just killed a man.
Yeah, I'm
Get
gonna
over
do
it.
anyway.
I'm so proud of you. You did so well.
I protected the cart.
Good. Oh, wait a second. Nice job. Oh.
Irani's crying blood.
It wouldn't be too far-fetched.
True.
Would it be a bit too much for? Oh, 1 second. Let me just.
Whoa!
Oh, oh.
Would it be too much for me to disappear into the void?
Yes, actually.
It's actually illegal. Sorry.
I do find for it to be very funny for us to sell it to a shopkeeper and then the shopkeeper immediately drop it
Fuck, it would be great.
without inspecting it. Like, what is this?
I cost grease.
Is the silver necklace anything significant? Is there
No,
any
it just seems
jewels
to
or
be a
anything
silver
else?
necklace, like a silver chain necklace.
I mean, is anybody going to take the ale bottles? Because Gooey would happily hold on to those for something.
I think Avani would like those the silver necklace.
Do you want
Might want-
anything, Captain?
I
Captain
think I'm
Newton.
good with the gold, the money I have from it. I'm fine.
Is
Should probably
Lilbert
take some
holding on to
pasta.
the extra weapons and stuff?
It's a
We should throw
lot
in
of
the car.
weapons for a small bird to carry.
Fine. I guess I'll take. If nobody's gonna take the crossbow and the bolts, I'll just take them all. Like, I'll just take the crossbow and all the bolts.
You probably are the strongest. You probably could carry the rest.
We could
of
probably
the
just like throw the scimitars and the crossbows in the cart and sell them when we get back.
Yeah, you'd have to walk alongside the cart on the way back, so it would take slightly longer, but you can just throw all this in the cart.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'll just take the silver necklace and be happy.
Captain, can you make an investigation check?
Oh shit. Okay. That's a 14.
You notice the back, the like top doorway to one of the teepee huts kind of open a bit and a little eye poke out, and then a bit more of the face poke out and look around and then close again.
I'm gonna go investigate. Walk over.
Okay. As you pull open the top doors, inside you can see a small girl dressed in what looked to be, all things considered for commoners, a quite pretty dress, but it's been ruined by mud and it's been torn from travel and stuff like that. A young human girl, slightly curly, dark brown hair that comes down to her shoulders, blue eyes, a little bit chubby. Are they gone?
Yeah. Don't worry, you won't have to deal with them. We're here to help you.
You're covered in blood.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. Don't worry, they won't bother you anymore.
Okay, do you know where my daddy is?
What's your dad's name?
Daddy?
No, the one. Okay, you know what? That's fine. How old are you?
I'm 5.
Oh god. Okay, right. I will have to watch my language. You can come with me, and we'll make sure that we get you home to your dad. Okay?
Okay.
I promise you, we're not gonna hurt you. Actually, the best thing for you to do is before you get out there, close your eyes. Just don't open them, and then we'll tell you when you can open them, okay?
Okay. She puts her hands up in front of her face.
I'm going to take one of her hands just to lead her out.
Okay. Yeah, she's got one hand covering. You can feel this like cold little hand kind of pressed into Captain's.
I'm gonna pick her up. Just like carry her. I'm strong enough. She's only 5.
Yeah, as you go to pick her up, she kind of, ah! But
It's fine,
seems
it's
to
fine.
realize, yeah.
I go out of the tent and I'm like, guys, we've found the kid. She's okay, I think.
You're gonna look at this and just be like telepathically like, fuck, it's an actual child.
No swearing, you lot.
Fine, you can't hear me.
Even if it's telepathic, no swearing.
No swearing.
Does
What
the
is
dick have
swear?
any reaction?
Kyrie's just gonna have more trauma and flashbacks to the time where the kid was just crying and screaming in our arms.
Kyrie is
Kyrie's gonna-
traumatized.
Just by
Mhm.
children.
Yeah. So like, any part of the cart where Captain is with the child, Kyrie will be at the opposite side.
Well, because you've got all that stuff in the cart,
Yeah. So like,
most of you are going to have to walk.
Kyrie is
Gonna
happy
make-
walking the opposite
Yeah.
side.
Drive the horse.
Okay. Zatash is in the cart, helping you load all the stuff onto it as well.
Before we leave, if there's nothing else to be done with the tent, I would like to use the remaining of the what's it called, wine and moonshine, and just burn down everything.
You don't want to take a long rest?
That can wait.
Alright.
We can get back to
How
our comfy
close
beds.
are the tents to the very obvious wood forest?
Probably about 15 foot.
Yeah, who's going to roll over to and like, mass burning we are doing?
Yes. I really hate these fuckers.
No swearing.
Oh, so sorry. Oh
Don't
no.
swear. We have a
As entire
child.
time, Little Bird is just swearing constantly, telepathically in everyone's head.
Like, do it. Say cunt. Cunt. Say it. Say cunt.
You want squirrels to die?
Oh,
Is it a Vani?
preferably not.
Okay. Be careful. Trees burn. And then just sort of like tap a shoulder and Navani and turn around and walk back to the cart. And I'm actually gonna like sort of point my staff towards everybody, and a brief puff of wind is just almost like a jet washer is just gonna use prestidigitation to clean everyone else with the blood. Just
Little Bird gets wet and you just see him do the bird shake.
And then puff up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bird.
Kyrie's head just all backwards.
Just slick. Nyax, you're gonna ban it all with the remaining 2 barrels of moonshine, right?
Yeah,
Just make a straight D20 roll for me.
will do. It's an 8.
Roll a D12 for me.
Oh god. Okay. 11.
As you go to ignite the barrels, you do catch all the stuff on fire. But one of the barrels seemed to have been a bit more tightly packed than the others, and it explodes. A piece of shrapnel flies outwards and embeds itself into your leg. I need you to take 11 damage.
God damn it.
I just healed you.
I was
felt-
like, if Nyax
I
gets
fell to
10
the
or
ground.
higher, I'll let them... Wait, you're down?
No, not actually down with like
Oh.
off my knee.
I was like, oh god!
Success, but at what cost?
I was
For your
if
leg,
you
I
get
think.
10 or higher, I'm just gonna let you get away with it. Like, fuck it. And you're like 8, and I'm like, oh, D12. Nyax has got bad rolls, and you're like, oh, 11?
I would like to crawl back to the cart.
Did we see this?
Oh, yeah. This is in, like, the cart has backed off a bit, but you watch this.
Kuri's just gonna sort of turn around. The disc is still up because it lasts an hour, and just waddle over to Ovani, crawling on the ground, and just kind of lower the disc. Get on.
Yes. Thank you.
Ovani, the fire mage, can't be trusted with fire.
It's not the fire that got him.
True.
And eventually, we'll just waddle over to the cart and just say, "He hurt himself again."
The first time was not my fault. Okay.
I guess Kyrie can, like, Kyrie doesn't have enough spell slots because no
Can
resty yet.
Can I
But
do a thing?
Yeah.
I want to yank the bit of wood out and just pour one of the healing root salves on it.
Yeah? Make a medicine check.
That's a big 4 plus 2.
Roll a d4 for me.
3.
Yeah, because I need you to take another 3 points of damage.
Excuse me?
Little man just came up and tried to yank a jagged piece of wood out of your leg, and in doing so, actually tore the wound slightly more.
Please! Quickly!
you're in so much pain that you're shouting for the player. You're shouting for the actual player.
But because of the healing salve, you do regain 4 hit points.
Right.
There you go.
How much health do you at?
6. Wait, breathe. God damn it. Kyrie, please. I beg of thee.
Jeez.
I cling to Kyrie in the
Right, okay. Lay on hands, regain 3 health. There you go.
What was the spell?
Lay on
Lay on
hands.
hands.
I don't have a spell slot for cure wounds. We didn't rest.
Oh, is that a cantrip?
Yeah.
Okay, I have an idea.
Mhm.
So, when you cast a spell, Ovani, in his desperation, will sort of mimic you, and he copies every movement and he sort of repeats them. And now he casts lay on hand on himself.
Okay.
So wait, what does the spell do again?
It's an ability, I think.
Wait, is it an ability? I thought it was a spell.
It's used by paladins with healing hands. So.
Yeah, it's not a spell.
Oh, okay, never mind. I thought it was just a spell.
Oh, when
that
it does
would
it,
be
it just,
really cool.
when it does it, it just taps themselves on the belly.
Ah, I still try to do it, but I fail.
Yeah, that's all I can do for you.
Thank you.
Kuri just gets up on the cart and just opens their bag and hands one of the balls of ale. Maybe need this. Numb pain.
I drench myself in it.
Just shower in it.
I may not know much, but it's supposed to go in you.
It
Not
is through the
outside.
wounds.
Oh,
Okay, I'm gonna just sleep forever.
just throw
You're
fucking O'Vanny
walking.
on the cart.
Oh no, I'm sitting on the disc.
The disc is
Yeah.
up for how much longer, John?
An hour?
It lasts an hour, and I casted it. So we've been 10 minutes before however long combat took, and however long this has taken.
It's
An
got
hour.
like half an hour left,
Okay.
I'd say, because you had to loot and stuff like that.
We just find this like a small space in the cart to throw O'Vanny in. And second O'Vanny's in the cart, we're just gonna be like, fucking Christ, and then just drive away.
Can I fly and sleep on top of the cart?
It's.
Is it getting too heavy?
The cart would A, probably be too heavy, and B, it's just a couple of wooden beams and some tarp. I'm not sure how structurally sound it would be for you to be on top of it.
In full plate mail.
Yeah.
Yeah, kinda heavy.
It's not as bad as what it used to be. You know, that filling really made it heavy. Yeah. Oh no, Kyrie's gonna be just very tired and just dribbling along still.
How fast does the cart move?
It's gonna take you. It took you a day to get here before, pretty much. It's gonna take you about a day and a half. That's without a break.
We can take a break and take a rest. Camp out.
I have tent and other things for campsite. We sleep here or move and go?
Kyrie's gonna like nod very viciously.
That seems like the best option.
Yeah.
Take a rest.
We're just gonna sleep with the dead bodies in the fire.
Move away from them, and then sleep.
Okay. And
Whatever what you guys want to do.
if that's the case, we will ritually cast Unseen Servant, which will take 10 minutes. And then once Alistair appears, Gooey's just going to kind of like, almost like an orchestra master, just kind of like wave their hands around, and the tent starts assembling itself. And Alistair will go off and find some firewood, get the fire going, and essentially, if no one else does anything, we'll just build the campsite for us.
Yeah, yeah.
Sounds like an idea.
Why is like the most responsible person in the party an apparition? What does simple tasks?
You leave Alistair alone.
I mean, this is a compliment. They're the most like trustworthy person.
The rest of us are fucking dumb.
Alistair is good friend, but he also brought me glass when I asked for stone.
It's like a point.
Whoever is tired can have tent. I will take bedroll.
I would like to try to hunt for some food.
Yeah. Make a investigation check.
Survival? Investigation?
Well, investigation to look for tracks of animals and stuff.
Okay. 13?
You see the tracks of some like small rabbits and stuff. They kind of go in a northerly direction. You can follow it if you want.
I'd like to try.
Okay, make a survival check.
Nat 20.
Okay. So after about 10 minutes of walking, you come across like a couple of... It's weird. It's almost like the burrows of the rabbits have made like a little community. And as you arrive, you see a bugbear walking off, like with a rabbit in mouth. There are a couple of ones that have been killed, but like the bugbear isn't taking them.
I'm gonna hide and wait for the bugbear to leave, and then I'm gonna take the spare ones and head back to camp.
You watch as it plods off slowly, munching and crunching, until it fades into the tree line.
Terrifying. I guess we'll take them back to camp and try and prepare them.
Yeah, I'll just say that like you can eat them. Don't worry, like you know how to cook and eat. You're used to surviving off like whatever you can find.
Normally it's dumpster food.
Yeah, but
Now it's a rabbit.
it's multiple.
Ooh.
I'll just share them out with everyone. Then, yeah.
Okay, you all get long rest.
Yay!
Yay!
You're all healed and get your spells back.
Thank God.
So while you're sleeping soundly, you notice a familiar warmth on your finger. You know that the ring isn't there, the ring couldn't be there. But the warmth is still there. And it grows hotter and hotter. And you feel like it almost begins to glow. You hear voices that you haven't heard before, yet they sound familiar. You hear the voice of the god again, a thunderous "No!" The voice is silence. The burning on your finger dims and fades, and you drift back to sleep.
What the fuck does that mean? After that, I'm gonna... Nobody's gonna, like, ask someone else to drive the car and just sit in the back, like, in shock.
The morning sun kind of breaks through. It's strange. Although the sun is there, it's a very cold morning. The grass has like a slight frost on it. Like, even though you're in a rainforest, it's...
I sleep soundly.
You're out like a fucking log, mate.
Ugh.
I think a lot of us were.
Well, yeah. Kyrie has nightmares of balls exploding.
Yeah.
Lobart
In the
has
mid of
very,
the
very
storm.
happy dreams.
Our balls exploding.
Exactly.
Guri continues to have an internal existential crisis.
Oh.
So, what's your plan for this morning? Are you just going to make your way back, or do you want to sit and chat for a little bit, or what have you? The girl in question, Jessica, fell asleep in the back of the cart.
With the scimitars?
Well, I'm assuming that like someone else slept in the back of a cart with her because it got quite cold.
Didn't you guys throw me on the back?
Who's taking responsibility for the child?
Yeah, Guri would have
Captain's
chilled
a
on
dad
that
now.
as well.
Right.
Dad bod captain incoming.
Let's
yeah.
go. Right. Kyrie's gonna be all for just getting back as soon as possible.
Agreed.
Lobart's gonna jump in the back of the car and ask someone else to drive.
Can I try?
Just shrugging, like, motion towards her, like, yeah, go ahead.
Make an animal handling check for me, John.
Oh, 16.
Every now and again, the horse rears up, and it takes a little bit longer, but, you know, not that much, maybe an extra, like, half an hour. You go through the familiar dirt paths that you once trod with the cart yesterday. Now that there's not the looming threat of the bandits and stuff, you can really take in and admire how pretty this area is, considering you're in a rainforest. There are no trees here, it's just lush plains filled with like plant life and insects and stuff, almost like the ground floor at the ground of a rainforest.
I don't know that if there's no trees, it can be a forest.
Well, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Like the climate of it is very rainforest.
Yeah.
It's just rolling hills with thick vegetation and insects making lots of noise. It's quite beautiful. The sun is glistening on all the dewdrops on the grass and the plants and such. On the way back, you do actually notice a small hut. It looks to be quite ramshackle, but you know, there's doors, there's windows.
Guri's just gonna kind of like, almost like an owl, just turn their head 180 degrees. Just
Jessica
look back
goes,
over.
"Ah!"
There is shack up ahead. We stop?
Sure.
Don't we have
Okay.
places to be?
Maybe we can take a quick look, maybe.
I
It's
mean,
about 20 minutes off the road.
Oh, okay.
Home invasion. We've already done that once.
Yeah, it worked out great. We made a friend.
It just looks very similarly at Zatesh.
Oh, I thought you were on about Bullygup, the frog whose home you also invaded.
All right, look,
So
we've
it's
got a track
amateur.
record.
They haven't been plot relevant for like
Ever.
You
ever.
said you were going to avenge their parents and then just never informed anyone in Fapenwall of what happened.
Doesn't matter.
Oh no! I guess we'll investigate the hut, but Kyrie's not going to be very happy about it.
Little bird in bed sitting in the back and doesn't even notice.
Your cart kind of veers off a little bit, it's bumping and kind of shaking around everything inside. Yeah, you come up to the hut, you see from in between like fur curtains almost, like a little candle flickering.
Gooey's gonna have because Basket's gonna be hanging with a dish around her neck this whole time. He's
Yeah.
just gonna kind of have Basket sort of crawl or slither off hesitation, like go into Gooey's
okay.
leg.
Satish holds out a hand and puts it on the floor so that Basket can like slither down onto the floor.
Yeah, and Basket just kind of like goes into Gooey's leg.
Oh,
Into.
Get into and just kind of like swims up into his head, and then just kind of slowly comes out at the bottom of his throat and sort of wraps around his neck.
terrifying.
We go now, yes? Okay.
Yes. Yes, we should just take a quick look.
I can imagine everyone just staring at Gooey's leg.
Waddle off the cart and just see if anyone. Actually, now Gooey's not even see if anyone follows. And just
I follow.
I'll follow.
I'll follow.
So we'll take care of the kids.
Not me. Not me.
Little bird is fully zoned out.
Satish, watch the child.
Okay.
Protect the guard.
You say that and her eyes get kind of wild. She like grabs her dagger again. Her eyes start darting around. She's like, again?
You can do it. I believe in you.
Okay. She climbs out the back of the cart, readies her dagger.
he's gonna kind of hold out the end of his staff and just kind of like tap on the fur curtain door. Trying
Well,
to
it was a
knock.
window that was curtained.
Oh. Still does it anyway.
Okay. You hear her, piss off.
Okay. Turn
Okay.
around.
Yeah, pretty much. Just walk back to the guard.
Yeah.
Alright.
Not the first.
He doesn't want to be disturbed.
What
Does-
has that stopped any of you?
But wait, does the shack look like? Does it look like run down, or is it like in a good state?
It's difficult to tell. The outside looks a little run down, but the fur on the windows looks very well kept.
Look, he just wants to be left alone. We have things to do. We have the kidnapped child to deliver back to her father.
And her father to arrest.
Yes.
I was just gonna say, as Kyrie and Little Bird are just saying that, I just want to see what Jessica's reaction was to them saying that.
She didn't hear.
Oh,
gonna say,
fine.
none of us
because-
were
We're quite far away.
Okay.
Plus, for reference, whenever Little Bird replies, it's going to mostly be telepathic, unless I
Oh, that's
say
true.
otherwise.
She's also 5.
She's also a child.
Gooey's
Journey
just gonna go back
time.
to the cart.
I'm gonna be back at the car now.
Okay, you're just gonna carry on making your way.
Yeah.
Alright.
Not much else.
Yeah, you carry on. The plains start to get a little bit flatter, and there starts to be the occasional tree dotted around. the trees get more and more dense. The sun becomes a bit more scarce between them because, it's just coming through like gaps in the canopy and stuff like that. Before you realize it, it's like 7 p.m. You guys have been walking for a while.
As we sort of been going along, every little bump and like little divot the cart's been doing, it's almost like someone's like stretching Gooey to the point where he's just kind of like.
Gooey bounces.
Just as a question, are we taking off our rations we have for our breakfast for the day?
I mean, last time would have been the.
I'm not super fussed about food stuff. Like, I'm just gonna say that like you guys pick up rations anyway. Like, when you go to shops and stuff like that. Like it. In terms of rations and spells, spell components and stuff like that, they are things that are essential. So I'm not really gonna have you like actively buy them or anything like that, unless it's like a tavern and you want like a specific meal or whatever.
Okay. Still just gonna keep a little bit of an eye out as I walk, or as I drive the cart.
Vani writes in his notebook, just the whole journey, pretty much.
Okay. So, you continue? Oh, sorry, go ahead, Bruce.
I was just gonna say, Kyrie, just get some of it, to be honest. Nothing special, just walks.
Okay. Are you guys just gonna carry on along?
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep on keeping on.
Mm-hmm.
About another 2-3 hours pass. You hear Zatesh and, everyone but Little Bird, because Little Bird would see it. You hear Zatesh and Jessica both lightly snoring as the cart's moving along. Because you're now at about 10 p.m. It is getting very difficult to see through the rainforest. Because there is next to no light, and it is just the occasional bit of like light from the moon kind of coming through and like a beam.
Kyrie's gonna look very attentively at Gooey.
Gooey's kind of like half of his body is just kind of slumping and sliding away into a puddle. It kind of just casts dancing, just sort of starts pulling out dancing lights out of the top of the staff, sort of puts them up in front of the face, just to keep them awake.
Gooey, question: how far up can you lift your disc? If you can cast another one, that is.
Oh.
How far up?
Not high.
Okay.
Why?
I have navigation tools. I might be able to find some way out of here if I have, like, a better view that isn't covered by trees.
Do you want to fly?
I mean, just get high enough that I can see above, like, out of here.
The trees are about 60 feet up.
Yeah.
They are big trees.
I don't think climbing.
Do you want to fly above trees?
Will it kill me if it goes wrong?
No. 0% chance of risk.
You know what? I'll take your word for it.
Okay. Alright, let me just pull up the thing for this.
What have I agreed to? Fuck's sake.
Gooey straps the tennis ball to your shoe.
Yeah. So, Gooey sort of like stops the cart for a bit. So brings it to a slow stop. We might not have to move for a bit. You cannot go in direction, but I can put you up or down. Now hold still, please.
Mm-hmm.
And Gooey's just gonna kind of put the staff to the side and actually take out the small crystal that's in the top, and is just gonna kind of place it in front of you, and just sort of wave underneath it, as if to sort of like mainly gesturing towards your feet, and just kind of slowly lifts their hand up little by little by little, until eventually you find yourself feeling completely weightless, and you begin to just float up, and just keep going up and up and up and up and up as I cast Levitate on Captain Flint.
I'm gonna quickly, because I've suddenly stopped feeling safe. I'm gonna get where is it? How long is? Yeah, I'm gonna get my hempen rope out and be like, hold this, and just as like a safety precaution, because I don't trust you.
Gooey's just hand is just continuously going up, and Captain is just floating further up into the sky.
Little bird just starts hanging off the rope.
Oh, you're going to? Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, a question: how heavy is Captain?
How heavy is Captain? I have no idea.
And how heavy is Little Bird?
Very light, like 40 kilos, I think.
Preferably need it in pounds, just with a spell.
Oh god.
Oh god.
I think it's double, so 80.
Okay, yeah, 88. And how much does Captain weigh?
I haven't the slightest clue. Also just like the average human.
I think it's like 75 kilos.
Yeah.
70.
Round up to
Also-
100 for all the equipment.
While this is happening, because Ivani is like stuck into the book, Kyrie, can you roll an investigation?
Oh no.
Fuck.
Just because we didn't go to your stupid shack, you're gonna make us.
No.
Right. Allow me to. Asian. Okay. 14.
You start to hear rustling from when Gooey put the lights up. Stuff around you began to rustle, and you start hearing a light panting.
Okay.
The bush pervert.
Not again.
So over the course of, like, literally a couple of seconds, you are above the tree line, and also Little Bird would
Hang on, Captain's going up over 60 feet in the space of a couple of seconds. My man finna have whiplash.
Levitate is an action to cast, and that'll be 6 seconds, and I can raise them 20 feet every 6 seconds.
Oh, that's not too bad then. I get you.
Yeah. But you are now above the trees, and Gooey's just kind of got one hand up and is just sort of like holding you suspended in the air.
I hope Captain doesn't have fear of falling.
He has a fear of death, but...
He will have a fear of falling.
Just don't worry about the death, it's fine.
It's not the falling, it's the sudden stop at the end.
I got you covered if you die, don't worry.
Okay, I'm gonna
Put in a
use
good word.
my... I'm gonna use my navigator's tools to try and get a better sense of where we are in relation to everything. It doesn't give me like a specific list of what it is, but I would assume it's stuff like a compass and a telescope.
Yeah, make a just a general D20 check.
Okay. Oh, that's a 9.
Hmm?
You're definitely in a part of a forest you've been in before.
I'm gonna shout down, I think we're going the right way. It's hard to tell. Pass it on. Like
Little bird just rolls their eyes.
So Kyrie's gonna
Right.
ask to wait a minute and pull a torch out of our explorer's pack and light it, and then jump down and cast Divine Sense, where Kyrie now knows the location and type of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet, not behind total cover.
You don't sense anything.
Would I sense Kyrie do this?
Probably.
I would like to use my life sense then.
Okay.
Within 60 feet, I can sense the presence of any creature that is not a construct, elemental, or undead.
Are
I
you
can't.
holding? I was gonna say, if you're holding the rope that captain's holding, you're up in the air.
I mean,
you're only 10 feet off the ground, though.
it's fine. Well, I fell further than that. I cannot discern their location or type. Like, just sense if there is things in the range.
How far's the range?
60 feet.
There's things in the range.
Oh, they're in the bushes. Brilliant.
So guys, anything going on?
Smoky Bear's about to be very unhappy with me in the next few seconds.
I'm just gonna telepathically send out a thing that just says, we might have some friends.
Only I can prevent forest fires. Not you.
Yeah, it was Nyaks yesterday.
It gets radiated throughout the party.
Oh, PTSD.
Mum said it's my turn on the brain cell.
I just sort of put a hand over my head and just kind of yell at them. Come down now?
Yeah, that should be fine.
Okay. Guri just like loses concentration on the spell.
Shit!
Wait,
And you
you're dropping
gently-
Captain... Oh.
And you gently float to the ground as it says on the spell. When the spell ends, the target gently floats to the ground. So you have a little bit of a Howl's Moving Castle situation. Where you slowly kick your way down. But you pretty much come straight down in like six seconds, but it's a gentle float. As I drop concentration, I'm just going to sort of waddle over the side of the car and look over and see Kyrie's looking at something, or looking for something. Are we okay?
I swear I heard something. We either need to move or we need to stop and fight. There is something here. I just don't know where, but I heard it. I can't sense it, but I heard it.
That's
I'm
interesting.
just
I
gonna
put my book
like,
away.
agree with Kyrie and say there's definitely something.
Hmm.
The rustling
Maybe-
grows louder. And
maybe
more
we
focused
leave.
on Kyrie.
We should do. We should leave.
Kyrie's just gonna ready her shield.
As
Well, we
you
can balance
guys start to move more, and the torch and the dancing lights follow you, the rustling also follows.
Can we
Staying at the
see-
same distance, but
Okay.
I would like to yell out to the bushes. Who goes there? I yell.
no response.
Not very talkative, are we?
Can I go and investigate it?
While we're moving.
Oh, we're moving? Okay.
Can someone take over, please? As I'm at
I'll
the
jump in
reins.
the seat.
Okay. Gooey's gonna kind of like stand at the back of the cart. Gooey's just gonna kind of like go to the very edge and then use their blind sense to sense up to 30 feet in a radius from them. And essentially I will be able to sort of roughly tell how many, if they're in that range, how many numbers there are of whatever it is that's following us.
In your range,
Yeah.
you sense about 7 large things, but there is rustling beyond that.
Gooey just turns white and says, "Faster, please." Mm-hmm.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Hmm.
Is where's Kyrie actually? Did she jump down?
Kyrie is with the cart going forwards.
Oh, okay.
In fact, idea. I'm going to bring out 2 more dancing lights and sort of place them all on the road, clasp my hands together, and make the humanoid form, and just leave it there.
Is
on
it
the
glowing?
road. It is glowing. It's 120
size?
feet range on this medium humanoid.
Okay.
And just
the
watch
rustling
and see what
seems to
happens.
Focus on that, and as the rustling and such grows louder, you start to hear almost like the noise of earth being dug, and the light like begins to reflect upon something's face, a very large face. You see these large, hooked and jagged mandibles, big antennas that come off, 4 eyes that are like jet black and beady. The head comes upwards and has like jutting out chitin and spines and such sticking out. You see its mouth is like gaping open, and there's lots of like the little insecty teeth.
How many are there?
Well, Gooey sensed 7, but there were more than that rustling.
We should run, like full speed.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to be focusing on the larger light source right now.
Can I like start throwing the weapons what we have stored in the cart out of the cart?
I'll help
Yeah.
with that.
What are you
I'll help
getting rid of?
Just enough for it to be fast again, so we can all ride in it.
That would be probably 3 of the crossbows and like 4 of the scimitars.
That's fine with me.
So a crossbow and a scimitar's left then.
Oh yeah, because you already.
Well,
Yeah.
there's a crossbow on me as well. I'm fine with throwing that out.
Yeah, that's fine.
As these things clatter on the ground, there's like a rumbling in the earth that goes towards the clattering.
Oh, brilliant. I didn't say where I was throwing them, did I? Ah,
Where are you throwing them?
as far as I can, behind me.
I mean, yeah, the rumbling is still going to where they clattered.
Oh, great. So far away from us, please.
Just gonna make like motion for everyone to jump in the cart and
Yeah, I
drive
grab,
the horse.
I
I
grab
get him.
Kyrie and drag her onto the cart.
Just gonna.
Oh, I thought we were already moving. Okay.
You are
Motion
already
car-
moving.
Yeah, but we weren't all on the cart.
Yeah.
Ew.
Another 3 of these heads pop up and grab the things and drag them into the ground. As they bite onto them, you watch as, while they're in these mandibles, they start to melt a little bit as they're being pulled down.
A little bit
I'm gonna drive the horse as
Fast,
fast as I can.
faster.
I thought, oh yeah, make a animal handling.
Can I help?
16.
Yeah, easily enough you start fucking, the horse picks up its pace and is trying its best to carry, 7 people now?
Yeah.
And all this loot. It's not moving super fast, but it's definitely moving a bit faster.
I am very happy to hear it easily enough. I am extremely happy.
There is still rustling and rumbling following you.
Is it catching up?
It's staying at about the same distance.
As we go, Gooey's just going to kind of like consistently keep firing off firebolts like at the ground as far away from us as possible, which would be 120 feet, just on the path and onto the fields.
As this heat hits the ground and begins to crackle and make light, you watch as more and more of these things burst and try with their mandibles grasping onto the flame before going,
Oh fuck! I still have a torch lit. I'm gonna throw that behind me. Oh shit!
one of them comes out and grabs the torch before it can even hit the ground, and you watch as all the wood on the torch just disintegrates.
Gee, I never liked that torch anyways.
Sorry, we've got more.
I feel sorry for the guy in the hut with these things living around here.
Probably why you wanted us to fuck off.
Oh, brilliant. Rob's gonna write in, dude in the shack would have told us about these things when he originally wouldn't have, just to make us feel bad.
No, he was going to tell you about these things.
He told us to fuck off.
Yes!
Yeah,
we
and
did.
how often do you guys listen when people tell you to piss off? Never. I was expecting you to be like, alright, we'll leave, but can you tell us, like, the easiest way back or whatever?
What is your name?
Yeah. No, you guys don't care about names. It took you fucking 6 sessions to learn the barmaid's name.
So, what would have
I
he
don't
said to
care about
help
her
us?
name.
Would he just give us the light tip?
We
and
won't
that's it?
never know.
Yeah.
Well, we've figured that out. He's irrelevant now. Alright.
Okay.
I am sick of every NPC in this world, like, unbelievably sick of them.
I love how you and March are polar opposites of the NPCs.
I think that makes me the healthy middle ground.
Yeah. But after about another 4-5 hours of trying to keep up this pace, your horse is getting out of breath. It can't really keep up much longer.
Yeah, no,
but
I mean, after maybe an hour or so, I think I'd probably slow down and give him a rest.
the rustling has stopped. You're now like in a more well-lit area.
Do we want to bed down for a night and continue in the morning?
I don't really feel safe now with those things.
When was the last time you felt safe?
To be honest, the last few days, not really. That's fair, yeah.
Zatesh is also awake and goes, I think it'd be best if we keep moving. I don't want to become food for.
If we keep going, the horse is gonna be worn out.
Maybe one person can stay up, and everyone else.
I'm happy to take the first watch. I can stay awake for the night, and then I can sleep in the cart on the way back.
You're going to have disadvantage on your shit tomorrow, though, because you haven't slept.
Yeah, I mean, sleep in the cart the second everyone's awake.
Oh, yeah. Okay, if you guys are going to, like, bunker down and stuff, Ashley, make an investigation check.
That's a 9.
Okay, you don't really notice anything. Every now and again you hear insects and birds and such, but nothing like what's just happened.
Don't like that.
Just something, a little quick something before we went to sleep. Could we just try and find some more rocks?
Yeah, you find 7 more rocks.
Lovely.
General rocks.
Does anybody else have any weird nightmares through the night?
No?
It wasn't a
Morning
nightmare.
comes, as it would. Little bird, very groggily, watches the sun, kicks one of you awake, climbs into the cart and passes out.
They could probably kick Ovani or Kyrie.
Okay, it's a little bit.
Like, before you even open your eyes, the little bird is in the cart, snoring.
Why does your foot smell like ball sweat?
Don't worry. There's nowhere to bathe.
Oh, that's what I forgot to buy.
What?
A bath.
I said that they don't really have
no one
soap.
bathes in this world.
They
Oh,
do
well.
bathe, but it's like they don't really use soap. Soap is kind of weird to make, so.
You could invent soap.
Well, I was gonna say we already that's already one of our ideas, isn't it? Not soap, the other thing.
We're gonna make a fucking fortune inventing soap.
People will probably buy it.
Onward.
Yeah, mornings came. Seems to be. There's a heavy mist in the air, but you're not that far from town now. You're maybe 3-4 hours.
Little bird calls softly in their sleep.
Oh.
Very sleepy.
Who's gonna slowly reform themselves out of their bedroll. Just kind of slide out of the bedroll and from a puddle.
It's like when you make a Rustler's burger and squeeze the sauce out of the packet.
Yep.
Who is manning the horses? You know what? For the sake of it, Satash is manning the horses.
I would like to also, at the night, I'd like to spend some time with the horse and make sure he's okay.
Yeah.
And make sure he's fed and
The
happy.
horse does seem to have like a slight burn mark on its leg of like acid, but other than that, like.
Sorry
I'm
about
going to. I need you to know, this is your fault. I'm going to use a healing root salve on him.
Okay.
Fair enough.
I refuse
You watch
to let
as
this
you
horse
rub
be okay.
the salve onto it. The skin around it seems to not be as swollen anymore and kind of settle and not be as like raw as it was.
Just gonna pet him and make sure he's good, and then continue my watch, and then everything else. Yeah.
After about another 4 hours, you guys come back over the hill. You can see the windmill at the top that Aaron's in. It's probably about 10 a.m. You guys woke up when the sun rose, so.
Alright, let's return a child. Let's get our cash. Drop off this 5-year-old. And then we're done.
Do you need some alcohol?
That'd be very nice after the day that we've just had being chased by weird monsters.
Satash, when you say weird monsters, goes, they're called Ankegs. They tend to come out of the forest at night. They burrow. They have acid and such. That's why a lot of people don't travel through the forest at night.
And you built a town near where they live?
Well, they only really come out at night time, and they only really go for light sources, so...
Oh, that seems really... But your town is like a light... What? Sorry. Oh, this is
They
what I don't
stick
get
to the
about...
forest.
This is what I don't get about people on land settlements. Weirdest locations you guys choose to build places.
You live in the ocean.
Ocean's safer than land, it feels like.
No!
We'll see about that when we get to the boat saga.
Wait.
What's wrong with
Boat arc?
Oh yeah, there's a boat arc planned.
what's wrong with acid?
It hurts.
Yeah.
The thing about the Ankeg are their mandibles apparently grab you and then they spray acid across your entire body to make you easier to eat.
That is
Lovely.
correct.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, there's a reason we don't go into the woods with torches and stuff on a night time.
You guys
You
need like a
could've-
big old sign.
You could have told us that before.
I was asleep.
Fair.
I woke up
Whose
to
fault is
everyone panicking and the cart going a million miles. Well, not a million.
Well, you could have told us before we entered the forest.
I wasn't expecting you to carry on into the dead of night.
We are all safe now. Also,
That's true.
do none of you spray acid to dissolve food?
Not since last time I checked, no.
No, I don't think I
Not
do.
since the incident.
Oh,
Whoa.
maybe I'm weird.
You know what? Maybe, bud.
Need to research me at some point. Anyway, child.
Yep, the kid. I'm gonna pick up.
Jessica
the
just
kid.
looks very startled by the news of what she missed while asleep.
Gives me knock on the front door of the windmill.
Okay, as you knock it, the Goliath is there again. He's kind of rubbing his face with his giant hands. He's like, what one?
We have child?
Take her, please.
You-
We're not responsible enough.
You have Jessica?
Good morning. Yes, we found her. She's alright.
As, the door opens properly, Jessica runs out and hugs this Goliath's leg and goes, Uncle Mogul! And he goes, oh, Jessie, and, places his massive hand on the top of her head and ruffles her hair. And he goes, one moment. He kind of picks up Jessica just in one hand and she's, giggling. And he raps on the hatch with his other hand. Aaron, Jessie's back. Aaron goes, my girl? She's back? Comes out, gives Jessica a massive hug, starts crying. Jessica starts crying. Mogul is still holding Jessica in his hand while these two are hugging and crying, confused. The other two come out, the half-orc and the dragonborn, and give everyone a hug. And Mogul wraps his other arm around everyone and gives them a hug. Aaron breaks away for a moment and... Right, as agreed, I shall come with you and turn
One
myself
moment, please, sir.
okay.
Gooey's gonna turn around and just kind of gesture to Kyrie to sort of follow them for a little bit.
Okay, Kyrie will oblige.
Gooey's just gonna kind of try find somewhere out of earshot from them and say,
You didn't accept the coin to farmers. You are good, yes?
Kyrie's gonna stand and look a bit unsure, and then say through our eyes, but they're looking to the ground, and just be like, I do what I think is just. I may have moments of impulsiveness, but I know what is right deep down.
You are a good bean. I know.
Beans.
We have people who are bad. This man not bad. Maybe blame it on bandits instead of him.
Oh! Thank you for giving me a catastrophic decision to make. A
what?
catastrophic decision to make.
It is either man goes way, Jessica have no father, or problem already solved, and family is happy. You are leader, what should we do?
I'm gonna get close to...
Hang on, Kyrie's the leader?
In Gooey's eyes, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Didn't we say that Kyrie's the leader?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, my bad.
I'm gonna...
This is news to
Very
Kyrie.
much not the leader. I'm gonna go to Gooey and get a little bit close and say, but someone died on the streets, hands cut off and everything. They're looking down upon us. Do you believe in the afterlife? Do you know what it means to have...
I have almost died a few times, yes. If you want, I can show you how.
I don't think we have time to unpack all of that.
It drops the ball. World resets to 0.
Something to think about, maybe. I will show you all later. And Gooey just kind of walks off and leaves Kyrie with that. And they'll return to the group.
Take the child, please. We just want cash. We just
The
want to get
child's
this
already
over.
there.
That's great.
And the cash you get from handing in the murderer alive.
Aw.
Oh,
Want to go back, grab one of the corpses, and just puppet it, and then that would be great.
no, we won't get the money. And I am
Fucking
not
Shadow
going
Weekend
back.
at Bernie's, this.
I am not gonna go back, right, and stab one of those burrowing creatures because I know without any shadow of a doubt it would have murked me. So I'm not gonna do anything. Because if you've seen its face, right, that definitely has like an armor class of like 14. It's definitely got like the acid spray is probably like hits for like 6d12, and I have like 21 HP, so it's gonna murder me in one hit.
Acid's not that bad.
Watch as Gooey melts the child.
Oh well.
So what's our plan?
Aaron looks at you all and he goes, I know what I have to do. I'll come into town with all of you. Jessica is safe. There's my friends and family here. They understand. They were aware of what was happening. I will come with you.
I'm gonna ask him to wait there, and I'm gonna try and bring everyone outside from the group, not them. If everyone's gonna follow, and
Mm-hmm.
I think Leopard just instinctively follows Kyrie.
I'm basically gonna say that we have a choice to make, and I don't think I have the willpower to make it. I have my views, but Gooey made me think differently. And basically, like, what I'm gonna basically put out is Kyrie's gonna say that someone died, and like they're unavenged. It's not a closed case. They won't ever get their like repayment or like thingy of their life, and they won't ever get to see the murder avenged if we don't hand this person in. But on the other hand, that all tricks of like stealth and trying to lie is probably going to get us caught up in something, in that we can't pass it off to get the money in any other way. And but that child will probably have to go out with father for quite a bit. They'll probably kill him.
Idea.
And yeah,
Sorry, I just like
Gooey?
ignoring Gooey.
Gooey's just like just put a fist to their hand and just idea. We don't
Oh.
lie. And he gets. I just sort of like leaving. Does he get killed?
I'm going to be completely honest. I really do not like the Peacekeeper's leader. He will just do things his own way, and that'll probably end up on him being killed. No matter what we say, I do not think that there's an ounce of sympathy in that body of his.
Tricky then. Idea won't work. Never mind.
So, either we don't get paid and possibly live with the fact that a murder has not been avenged because of us, and we're hiding away with a murder, and probably face consequences later on down the line when things happen again, because that was only one bandit group with one bandit leader. It could be more, and they could confront them again, and it just resets immediately, and we have to do it again, and more people die. But it's a choice that we're gonna have to make as a group, and it's not just gonna be me what makes this choice. I believe that we are a team, and this is probably the biggest challenge we've had yet in terms of moral standpoint. Are we gonna hand them in, or are we gonna lie?
Lying to cops is the most fun I could ever have.
Also, I forgot to add, lying to the leader will probably not be good for Captain.
I'm fine lying to his face. I'd rather that, we skip out on 200 gold, but, a girl gets to grow up with her dad.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest, I really don't care either way. But I do like lying to cops.
Everyone else?
Honestly, it's not really my business. What happened, and I obviously think it's wrong what happened. But now it's out of my hands, really. I'm fine either way.
It is a fair point. If afterlife is real, he won't be happy either. What he did was wrong. I have ideas to make it less painful for Jessica, at least. But I think justice also good, even if it is bad.
I hope your plan does not involve assets of any kind.
No?
Okay, good.
Oh, the murderer was down this pathway. Leads them to, the boring beasts. And then shines a million flashing lights at them. That's a good plan, actually. It could work. But we are also murdering peacekeepers in the process.
I don't sense a downside.
Of course.
I actually
Little
think...
bird, cop killer!
This one goes out to all our
should...
ACAB podcast fans. Jesus. Right.
We should be honest. It is best policy.
That is
Since
true.
when?
I'll have you know, the best policy is free refills.
Yeah.
Dude, why do you have to make this so difficult?
I mean, it's not difficult, is it? Like,
Just because Kyrie doesn't have a fucking moral compass.
either
What do
we
you
follow the
mean?
contract.
What do you mean? What do you literally mean?
No, I mean, the choices are we either follow the contract or we lie to the cops.
You lie to the Royal Guard, which
And
are in
possibly
pretty
get
much
ourselves
basically
every
ends in
major
death.
town.
and possibly get ourselves hung for treason.
Yes. So it's either I'm gonna cut it short. He dies, or we all die, including
guess he's
him.
dying.
Yeah.
If it's him or me, bud, it's him.
Okay.
When you put it like that.
Because
Honesty
Rob's
is-
later on down the line is gonna be like, the Royal Guard Paladin, he's gonna stand in front of you. Try to hit him, go on. He's got an armor class of 2 billion. Oh no! He breathes bad breath at you. Oh no, that is horrible for you. Roll 6 saving throws, and
I
not just
don't
for the
have a
first
nose.
blow.
Let's get
Kyrie
paid.
is probably gonna be just brutally honest and say that we can't lie.
Look, if you don't, you can't decide, put it to a vote.
Okay. I'll vote last.
All in favour of turning the guy in.
Yes.
Yes.
No objections.
That's
Yeah.
not an answer.
No, I'm saying I'm fine with that. That's what I'm saying. No objections to that.
Okay, so that's 3 yeses and Ovani has abstained.
But sure, I guess. If you take it that way.
So it's a yes.
It's a majority.
Well, shit. We're gonna go back into the windmill, I guess, and just take him away, I suppose, and make him confess.
Aaron looks very solemn. He says, I understand. It's what needs to be done. He gives Jessica a kiss on the forehead and kind of looks at everyone. He goes, don't worry, you'll see me all soon, I promise. It won't be that long.
We're gonna die?
Kind of walks away. He more meant like, he'll see them all in the afterlife. He climbs into the back of the cart, pulls up a hood, and just kind of looks down.
Maybe if he's honest, I'll be lenient.
What if we prison break? Just break him out. Oh.
We do enough things that should be illegal. I don't think we need to add more to the list.
At this point, it's probably about midday as well.
I'm just gonna slowly get us into the.
If we want to make this a little bit better, we could probably push for a lighter sentence.
We could tell them that he's been cooperative and he's doing this of his own volition. And he did it because he didn't have a choice.
Hmm.
And he did this for his kid.
This is all true. I cannot lie.
Okay, well, we'll go to turn him in.
Get up on the cart. He's going to take out one of the 11 rocks and just find one of them and say, "Here, hold this, and
Huh?
think about everything you want to say to Jessica."
Is that to Aaron?
Yes.
He grasps it tightly and holds it against his chest. You can hear him mumbling some things.
Once he's done, I'll just sort of stab it back.
He hands it over willingly.
Okay. I'm gonna keep that one separate from the rest.
Okay.
Got really morbid. Holy shit.
So you guys make your way back into town. There, at the gate that you're coming towards, it should be the south gate. Isaac's leaning on the wall, and he goes, "Everything get along okay?"
I'm just gonna make a fart noise at him.
You all look pretty downtrodden. Rude.
Bad cop.
You know it.
Oh.
Everything go okay? Did you find the murderer?
I'm not gonna stop the car.
He's walking alongside it. You want to talk about this somewhere private, or...?
I just turn my head to Captain.
Oh, look at me.
Literally just gonna shake my head at him like, no.
Zach kind of pulls himself up onto the side of the cart so that he's not walking anymore. He's like hanging on with one arm, and he's like, so, we gonna talk?
I'm just gonna push. I forgot her name. Aaron. Brew.
This guy? Aaron looks up and he's like, yes, it was me. Zach kind of looks at you and he goes, fair enough. Good job. You, and he grabs Aaron by like the collar and lifts him up and hops off the back of the cart, and he's like, we'll deal with you in a moment. You seem compliant, so stay there.
The second he grabs Aaron, I'm gonna stand up and try and get in his way.
Okay. Is that like an intimidation thing or just like blocking him?
Mostly just blocking.
You guys wouldn't be conspiring with a murderer, would you?
I'm gonna pull out my book and
hear his story
and explain. Like, he's compliant, he didn't have a choice.
Everyone has choices.
He did it to save his kid.
That's still a choice.
Don't you have a choice too?
He could have came forward, told the peacekeepers.
You had a choice not to be a cop, but I guess you fucked that one up too.
I'm going to ignore that comment, small one.
Don't.
He puts his hand on like Aaron's shoulder and he goes, okay, how's this for a deal? I will talk with the person in question tonight in front of the town. We shall decide what happens. I invite you all to come there.
Kyrie's gonna be very noticeably irate and say, not in front of the fucking town.
Well, he's the murderer. The town needs to know.
You can let them know after it's all said and done.
Unfortunately, maintaining a town doesn't work like that. They need to see it to believe it.
Unfortunately, we're gonna have to make reservations.
Do you want to rent a place?
No.
Over to Avani and say, I thought we were cooperating.
Well,
telepathically, I'm just gonna say to you, just things change.
He reaches into like a section of his breastplate and pulls out a small bag and sets it down on the cart.
I'm gonna write one last thing in my book and then I'm gonna show it to him and put it away. But it's literally just gonna say, if he dies, there will be retaliation.
You wish to go against the crown and its entire empire?
I would
No,
love to.
thank you.
No, not really.
Little bird, now's not the time.
Little bird is fully squaring up here.
No,
He
no.
pushes the bag forward a bit and he goes, hold on to this. Things will be decided tonight. You can see more peacekeepers are like coming towards the cart at this point. You can spot at least another 6. Take this as a token of my appreciation. We shall decide things tonight. He pulls the cord on the bag and tips it over inside a 10 platinum.
Kyrie's gonna take it and just snarl at Ozak and basically says, I like the part where you've removed in front of the town. Looks like we have a deal.
We'll see. He kind of puts his arm over Aaron and starts talking to him and walks off. The peacekeepers kind of blocking the way towards him.
Just gonna stare down the peacekeepers with a hand on my complexion.
Several
Not
of them.
threatening, just
Yeah.
resting.
Several of them have also got their hands resting on the swords. You can see a couple of them like rubbing their hands together like they're about to start preparing magic and stuff. And one of them, the elf lady, isn't readying a weapon, but she goes, I would highly advise against this. The crown has too many.
Kyrie is gonna be
I'm going to
boastful
repeat
now.
the same sentence in her voice.
Okay.
Just, I would advise against this.
Kyrie's gonna be very boastful and kind of just reply, the fact that you are so ready is the biggest compliment to us. Thank you.
Is it?
Well,
Yes.
it means that they see us as a threat.
I mean, there's 6 of them to 6 of you. Like,
Well, there's 5 of us and Letitia's just hanging out.
well, yeah, Zatasha's there, but you know, she's seen as a part of your group now.
Oh god, she'll never be a cop.
I think it might be best if we go back to the tavern and, you know, regroup, do a little planning on what we're gonna do during this trial, you know?
And drink.
Oh, 100%. I felt that was obvious, but
I
yeah.
would also like to point out that the coin pouch Isaac gave you is magically enchanted. It is a magical coin pouch that can only hold coins within it, but it can hold an infinite number and is seemingly weightless. So you never have to worry about the weight of gold or anything like that again.
Brilliant, but I don't like them, so I'm not thankful at all.
It's still
love
fucking
me?
super useful, like, regardless.
Yeah,
He's still a fucking
so would
cop.
his head in my hands.
And also, maybe share out coin? As a
Oh,
vote,
it's too
Kyrie.
platinum each.
This is a lot of money.
Yeah.
Just let's
Well,
get off the
it's 20
streets.
gold.
Yeah, but like people are desperate on the
True.
streets and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Alright, we'll just head back into the tavern, I guess.
Yeah, the peacekeepers kind of usher you off the cart and say, "Don't worry, we'll take it back to the stables for you."
I'm gonna say
Make
goodbye
sure he
to the
pays
horse.
me for it. He owes me. Owes me 2 silver. I swear to God.
You have 2 platinum now.
I don't care. It's still money. Still money out of my pocket.
We'll talk to Isaac. Don't worry.
You better.
I'm gonna say goodbye to the horse before they take him away. He's a
Where
good boy.
Striker is a good boy. Where would we find you when the sentence is decided? I'm guessing at a tavern?
Hobgoblin Saloon, please.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you for letting me know.
Okay.
She gets on, rubs Striker a little bit, and then starts trotting off. The other 5 peacekeepers following behind.
Mm.
As you walk into the tavern, Kalia is there. And she's desperately looking over at you and she goes, did you find out who did it?
Just gonna nod solemnly.
Fuck! Ugh. That is out of character, by the way.
I'm gonna explain in Oran.
She nods and she goes, I understand. Isaac may not seem like it, but he is a good man. I'm sure he'll do the right thing here. He's helped me come to terms with Gillip's death as well.
If that man dies, you need to know blood will be spilled.
I wouldn't advise going against the crown, but I can understand your frustrations.
A lot of people keep saying that.
I guess that
Well, you need to understand that the Peacekeepers and the Royal Guard aren't just the Marquis of Beat, it is the entire continent of Tria that they are from.
Good. I want a war.
Oh god.
One bird, one empire. Who will win?
You decide.
It's gonna be like, no. Like, birds have won before. Emus against Australia.
Yeah, they did. And Australia suffered 3 deaths.
Funny. Okay, maybe not so funny, but still. I think she needs to know why he did it.
Well, Little Bird already said that they explain, like, in full.
Okay.
Yeah, like the entire situation.
Right, okay.
Are you guys just gonna sit, drink, and eat until the time comes?
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit and talk and eat, and then I want to head over to Dooley.
Okay.
I was going to say,
you-
what time of day is it?
It's about 1 p.m. now.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
As you get to Dooley's, the windows are, like, closed.
Oh, is she
You
not in?
don't see it. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
It
Oh,
seems
well.
she's just gone out for now.
Oh, well. I'll just leave her then. It's fine. I just wanted to ask about the ring. But, no, that's fine.
Do you all have anything else you want to do before this event?
Yes.
Yeah?
I want to ask, is Ozak still... If Ozak is still in, like, staying at the tavern?
No, he's not.
Fuck, okay, never mind then.
He did that just for, like, that night to keep an eye on you guys.
Alright, okay. Ignore me then. That's fine.
Oh, there is something I was thinking about to do.
Hmm.
Okay, so Avani would take a chair and just put it in the corner somewhere where not too many people are just being or looking.
Hmm.
And we'd like to take out the silver ring that we got. It was a silver ring, right? Silver.
It's a silver necklace.
Necklace, sorry, my bad. Necklace. Is it like a bland necklace or does it have text on it?
It's just a silver chain necklace.
Okay. Yeah, I guess for now I just put it on. I had some ideas for it, but that can wait, I guess.
Yeah. It's just a plain silver necklace. Like,
Yeah, but I wanted to do.
anything when you equip it.
Oh, yeah, but I was just gonna do something with it.
Okay.
I guess for now I will drink and drink.
Gooey, Kyrie, are you two doing anything?
I am drinking very hard.
Okay.
I have 2 things I want to do.
Okay.
First thing, Gooey's going to just kind of like, just wait a minute. I will be. Is the Tish still with us?
No, Satish has gone home for now.
Okay. Gooey would like to try and find a jeweler's.
Make an investigation.
24. I rolled a 19.
Yeah, after asking around, even asking a couple of peacekeepers, they look at you and go, there isn't a jeweler here. There used to be one, but they moved on probably about 3 years ago. If you're looking for a jeweler, though, there's occasionally, I don't think he's here today, but at least once a week there's a little market stall that pulls up. He's not due for another, probably 4 days, 5 days.
I want to do something with this. I pull out the shard of glass from the Tish's window that Alistair gave me.
Okay. It'd probably be best to ask the jeweler when he shows up.
Okay. I'll just put the glass shard back into a side pouch on my backpack.
Sorry, we can do more help.
It's okay. Thank you.
You're more than welcome.
Poggers.
Poggers to you and yours as well.
Oh no.
No!
Ashley's like, no,
Yes!
stealing my lines.
And so returning back to the just out of curiosity, do we haven't paid for a night here, have we yet?
It's all on tab at the moment.
Okay. Gooey's just gonna kind of like walks back to the tavern, probably sees Avani sitting on their own and just kind of goes up to his room by himself, sort of playing around with the stone that they gave to Aaron.
Yeah.
And places it on the ground and sort of gets Basket to kind of like almost coil himself around the stone. And I'm going to sort of slowly drip this in a... Let me see here. Okay, take out 5 gold and slowly drip into the stone and imbue it with Find Familiar.
Okay.
As like a single scale of Basket kind of just like scatters and the stone turns to like a teal color with a small little tiny rune in it.
Okay.
And then,
Yep.
And after about half an hour, we'll then go downstairs and join everybody else in drink.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say this, but whenever I drink something, I use prestidigitation to make it into water.
Okay.
Gooey's not doing that. Gooey's trying many different kinds of alcohols. Just for fun.
Sure enough, the next couple of hours passes. A peacekeeper comes into the tavern and gestures you all outside. You can see a couple of other people walking in the same direction to where you guys are accused. There's several lanterns lit and hung in a straight line on either side towards, not stage, but the stage essentially. The moon is kind of coming up from behind. Ozak is there. And so is Aaron, hud down. Not bound in shackles or anything, but in front of Ozak. There's a fair few people. There's a lot of peacekeepers. And as you guys approach, he notices and gestures one peacekeeper to walk over to you. The peacekeeper walks over, leans into Captain, and goes, Ozak had a few words for you. First of all, he slides the 2 silver to you.
Oh, thank God. Thank you.
Secondly, to avoid any retaliation, if this person has connection with bandits and such, which it doesn't seem he does, minus information trading, we, the peacekeepers in the Crown, will be the one to tell the crowd that we found the murderer, rather than putting all the heat on your small group. The 10 platinum were a thank you for job well done and for letting us do this. And that I think you will all agree with what Ozak has decided to do. And he just walks away before you can respond. Ozak, noticing the peacekeeper coming back, stands up, rubs his hands together and claps them. And all the candles turn into a blue flame. Before you today, we have the murderer of Gillip. You watch him make a couple of signs in the air as this very, very pale blue bubble grows across the stage. What I have just cast for you today, my lovely audience, is a zone of truth. I know that many of you wanted the head of Gillip's murderer, but I ask you all to hear his story, and then I think you will all agree with what we have decided should be the punishment. Aaron tells his story, breaking down every now and again when talking about his daughter. You watch as a man in all white and gold robes comes out and stands in front of the stage. Before you all today, lovely citizens, members of the Crown, travelers, we have a descendant of the Crown themselves here to carry out this divine punishment. We have decided, based on Aaron's story, which has been validated to be true, based on the zone of truth, the blessing under the gods, and a promise to the Crown itself, We have decided, rather than murdering this man, we will instead wipe his memory of the last 2 years. So he is no longer aware of his dealings with the bandits. He is no longer aware of the murder that he has committed. And yet, he will be a free man. Memories may seep in, but that is as the gods will it. And what he chooses to do with the memories he regains is up to him. Should he regain his memory in full and decide to come forward again as the murderer, we will have to commence this ritual again. I ask all of you in the audience to pray to your gods that all goes well, that this man does not remember the atrocities he's committed. Aaron is crying, and you see him reach out into the crowd, and there you see the Dragonborn, his friend from the other thing, also crying, hood up, kinda nodding solemnly. Aaron nods back and pulls his arm back. My lord, if you would. And this man in a hooded white and gold robe turns around, asks Aaron to come to his knees. Aaron comes to his knees. He puts his hand on either side of Aaron's face, and you watch as a warm white light begins emitting from the tips of his fingers, slowly across his hand, until a flash of white light bursts across all the candles back to their normal color. Aaron is unconscious at this point. The person takes their hands away. Aaron does have, on either side of his face, 5 noticeable marks where the fingertips were. The person in the robe bows. A couple of the members in the audience are mumbling. A couple go, start clapping. More and more claps come in. The hooded figure walks away. Ozak ushers some peacekeepers to take Aaron off. And he goes, I believe what we did here today shows how just the crown can be. This person committed a murder, and rather than adhering to brutal rules of a life for a life, we have decided to instead preserve this man's life, to allow him to return to his family, to his loved ones. And I would like to thank all of you here for understanding this man's situation and for understanding the situation we were put in. Thank you. Ozak gets up and walks away, and that's where we're going to end the session.